Hi, ako nga pala si Engineer Aaron James Garcia, your resident engineer. Nagbabalik muli para talakayin sa inyo kung ano nga ba ang dapat isaalang-alang sa paghalo ng concrete. This is the continuation of our topic about reinforced concrete. In my previous video, tinalakay natin ang steel reinforcement. Sa mga hindi pa nakakapanood ng nauna kong video about steel reinforcement, please click the link on the description box below. So, let's do this! Let's start with concrete mixture. Concrete is composed of sand, gravel, cement, and also water. Unahin natin si sand. Sand or buhangin. Ang trabaho ni sand ay to serve as a filler sa mga voids sa mga pagitan ng bato. Tandaan na dapat kung bibili tayo ng buhangin, dapat ito ay washed sand. Ibig sabihin, free ito sa unsuitable materials, gaya ng lupa, na nakakaapekto sa strength ng concrete or tibay na isang konkreto. Next, gravel. Kung pipili kayo ng graba o bato, dapat ito ay angular in shape or crush aggregates. Bakit? Kung ikukumpara natin ito sa round na bato, malaki ang kaibahan nito in terms of interlocking capability or bond strength. Meron tayong iba't ibang sizes of gravel, depende sa requirement nyo. Meron tayong G1, 3/4, and 1/2. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong two types of aggregates? Ito ay ang fine and coarse aggregates. Kabilang ang buhangin sa fine aggregates, habang ang gravel ay under coarse aggregates naman. Next, cement. Cement is served as a pandikit to bind the gravel and sand. At syempre, hindi mawawala ang water. Mahalaga rin bantayan natin ang sukat o dami ng tubig na ilalagay sa tuwing tayo ay maghalo ng konkreto.
Sir, paano po namin malalaman kung tama ang sukat ng tubig na aming ilalagay?
Good question. The amount of water needed to mix the concrete will determine how workable or how dry or wet depende sa requirement mo. Well, usually, water-cement ratio falls between 0.4 to 0.6 kg of water per kilogram of cement or 16 liters to 24 liters of water per bag of cement. So, paano ba natin na-arrive yung 16 to 24 liters of water sa kada 40 kg of cement? Okay, ang ibig sabihin ng 0.4 na water-cement ratio ay sa bawat 1 kg daw of cement, meron daw tayong 0.4 kg of water. Okay, let's try to convert the ratio into volume of water. Weight of water is equal to the water-cement ratio of 0.4 multiplied by 40 kg of cement is equal to 16 kg of water. Let's convert the weight of water into volume. Volume of water is equal to the weight of water divided by its density na 1,000. Let's substitute. 16 divided by 1,000 is equal to 0.016 cubic meter. We all know that 1 cubic meter of water is equal to 1,000 liters. Therefore, 0.016 times 1,000 is equal to 16 liters. Okay, let's proceed with our second option para malaman kung tama ba ang dami ng tubig na ating ilalagay. Gamitan natin ito ng consistency test o mas kilala sa tawag na slump test. Ang test na ito ay nangangailangan ng mga sumusunod. Number 1, slump cone or frustum of a cone with a base diameter of 8 inches, top diameter of 4 inches, and a height of 12 inches. Number 2, slump base. Number 3, scoop. Number 4, trowel o spatula. Number 5, tamping rod. Ang tamping rod ay dapat may sukat itong 16 mm in diameter by 0.6 meter ang haba. At syempre, siguraduhin plain round bar ang gagamitin mo. Number 6, meter tape. Okay, let's proceed with the procedures. Ang una, dapat place the mold on the flat surface. Fill the mold with fresh concrete using scoop in 3 layers each, approximately 1/3 of the mold. Each layer should be radded with 25 strokes using 16mm by 0.6m na tamping rod. Number 4. After the top layer has been radded, strike off the surface of concrete with a trowel so that the mold is exactly filled. Remove the mold from concrete by raising it carefully in vertical direction. Then measure immediately the slump by determining the difference, the height of the mold and the height of the concrete. Ito yung actual video kung paano sinasagawa ang slump test. Ito ay aking kinunan sa ongoing project namin dito sa Batangas. Tara, panoorin natin. So ayun, ganun lang kasimple kung paano ito isinasagawa. So let's check kung pumasa ba sa slump test yung ating mixture. For ordinary mix at 28 days, it ranges from 3 to 5 inches at 3000 psi. For PCD naman or pumpcrete design, it ranges from 5 inches to 8 inches at 3000 psi. Kung mapapansin nyo, nasa 4 inches yung reading sa ginawa nating test. Ibig sabihin, tama lang ang tubig ng ating concrete mix. So ang purpose ng pagkuha ng slump test ay ang mga sumusunod. Una, para makasigurong tama ang sukat o dami ng tubig na ating nilagay sa ating concrete mix. Pangalawa, para mabalanse ang strength and workability ng konkreto, para maiwasan ang tinatawag nating honeycomb or ampaw. The more water you add, the weaker the mixture becomes. So next, concrete sample. Kung balak mong bumili ng ready mix or ready mix concrete at gusto mong makasiguro sa quality at strength nito or tibay, kailangan mong kunan ito ng concrete sample, hindi lang slump test. Una, kakailanganin natin ang mga sumusunod. Number 1, cylinder mold na may sukat na 6 inches in diameter by 12 inches in height. Number 2, scoop. Number 3, trowel or simpleng spatula. Pang-apat, tamping rod na may sukat na 16mm in diameter by 0.6m ang haba. At yung panghuli, yung rubber mallet. Okay, let's start. Fill the mold with fresh concrete using a scoop in 3 layers each, approximately 1/3 of the mold. Number 2, each layer should be radded with 25 strokes using 16mm tamping rod. Distribute the stroke uniformly over the cross-section. For the top layers, penetrate about 25mm into the underlying layer. After each layer is radded, tap the side of the cylinder molds from 10 times to 6 times with the appropriate rubber mallet. Make sure that the surface of the sample is smoothly finished and place a sample card. Set aside the sample for 24 hours bago ito i-demold at ibabad sa curing tank for curing.
Sir, ilang araw sa curing tank ang mga sample bago natin ito ipatest?
Okay, meron tayong 7, 14 at 28 days of curing. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo ng tatlong testing at the age of 7, 14, and 28 days para ma-monitor natin kung na-reach ba ng sample natin yung required strength nito. Take note, magsisimula ka magbilang ng araw kung kailan mo ito ginawa. Halimbawa, ginawa ang sample noong October 4, 2020. Ang ika-7 days of curing ng sample ay October 11, 2020. Yan ang ika-7 days at ang unang araw na pwede itong iahon sa tubig at dalhin ito sa testing center para ito ay i-test. Here is the concrete sample for 28 days of curing and test result. Sample 1, sample 2, sample 3 with same sizes and strength specification. So let's see kung may variation sa strength nito at aabot ba ito sa maximum strength na kailangan natin, which is 3000 PSI or 20.7 megapascal. Sample number 1, based on the machine reading, meron itong 409.3 kN or equivalent value in kilogram na 41,173.6 kg. Ang bigat na binuhat ng sample number 1 natin. Okay, let's check kung aabot ba ito sa minimum required strength natin na 20.8 megapascal or 3000 PSI. So, gamitin natin itong formula na ito. Pressure force is equal to force P divided by the area of cylinder kung saan in-apply yung load. So, dito in-apply yung load. So, ang magiging area natin is equal to pi d squared divided by 4. So, where d is the diameter of cylinder sample natin na 150 mm. So, ang makukuha natin 5,625 pi square millimeters. And the force P natin ay 409.3 kN base doon sa ibinigay na value ng machine na maximum compressive strength nito. Okay, kumpleto Ricardo na so let's substitute the value. So F is equal to 409.3 divided by 5,625 pi. So ang makukuha natin 0.02316 Pascal. So i-multiply natin ito by 1,000 para maging megapascal yung unit. So 0.02316 Pascal times 1,000 is equal to 23.16 megapascal. Base sa result, we found out na mas mataas siya sa required na 20.7 megapascal, meaning pasado yung sample natin. Okay, para sa sample number 2 and 3, ipapaubaya ko sa inyo ang pagsagot. Sample number 2 na may given P is equal to 412.8 kN at yung diameter ng cylinder natin nasa 150 mm. Sample number 3, may P is equal to 432.7 kN at yung diameter ng cylinder ay nasa 150 mm. For your answer, please comment down below. Okay, isingit lang natin, meron tayong beam molds or beam sample aside from cylinder sample. Ang cylinder sample is to test for compressive strength of concrete, while the beam sample ay para naman sa flexural strength of concrete. Take note, for every 75 cubic meter of concrete, magkakaroon tayo ng isang set of sample. Each set consists of 3 samples. Kaya kung magbabalak kayo magpa-test for 7 days, 14 days, and 28 days, kakailanganin mong kumuha ng 9 cylinders of sample for every 75 cubic meter of concrete mixture, or not more than 75 cubic meter at random for every transit mixer. Alam nyo ba na ayon sa pag-aaral, ang ordinary mix of concrete ay tumatagal hanggang 28 days bago ito umabot sa maximum na strength nito. Kaya lang tayo nagkakaroon ng early strength na 3 days or 7 days because of admixtures. That's all for today. Sa susunod nating video, our topic is all about design mix and formworks. Please comment down below para sa karagdagan impormasyon at sa mga iba pa ninyong mga katanungan. Kung bago ka pa lang sa aking channel, huwag kakalimutan mag-like and share kung nagustuhan mo ang aking video. At pindutin na rin ang subscribe button at notification bell para lagi kang updated sa aking video.